My name is Renan, I'm from Melbourne, and my product is called Vitapure Nutrition. It's essentially gummy vitamins intended to help people with better sleep, people suffering from anxiety, and also digestive problems. It was probably from my own personal experience. Last year, I was working on a very high stress sort of environment, and I myself picked up me in several high anxiety sort of days, and I started looking into what I could sort of do or use to help with that. And there's obviously therapy and medication, but I was trying to find something like more natural that could help with that. And that's when I came across like some of the ingredients that we are using on our gummies, and I just decided to package it up in a way that is easy to consume, tastes good, and it can also replace your own sort of daily lollies, right? And so it's not only helping with that side of the anxiety stress relief, but also bring a sugar-free alternative if you like to sort of snack throughout the day. So I was in business consulting up until end of last year. I am now in tech sales, but I'm more on the technical side of sales. So I represent a software company, and we go on to enterprise customers to talk about our software, our solution. I am more of the technical peer of the salesperson. I was targeted on Facebook, so I guess all of the mechanisms that we are learning were put in place, and I was in the targeted audience, I suppose. I think it was a couple of things. First one, it was easy to relate to the person in the ad. It wasn't like a faceless ad, so there was someone talking to you, right? But also the social proof behind it, right? So good reviews and sort of that commitments to help you get to a certain level of revenue per month. So those things at least helped push me through the initial, let's have a chat, and then the rest came after. I think when I started interacting with this type of ads, I was being targeted with a whole bunch of e-com stuff, right? Yeah. And from let's build your website for $1 all the way to things like mastermind programs. And I think my main sort of concern going into this is this really legit, right? Is there real people behind this, right? Is there real results, or is this a straight up scam, right? And I think talking to people on video calls again helped put a face to the brand and sort of establish that it could potentially be a trustworthy brand to engage with. Yourself and the team have been very helpful through my time here. Even though we mostly collaborate over Slack and messaging, the team is always available if there's any questions. I have had a lot of false starts through my time here, to get the brand in market. It hasn't been launched yet, but even through that process of pre-launch and sort of setting up, initial branding, initial website, the whole team have made themselves available. So it's really been a good experience so far. As I said, it's still pre-launch. I still need to go through, the full end-to-end cycle to make sure that after we have the brand in market, the experiencing setting up ads, delivering ads, can yield results. But I can say that everything up until this point has been really great, right? I mean, the team that helped set up the website looks great. All of the research around product competition, all of the, frameworks and methodologies behind, studying the market that you want to play. The material is all there, right? It's really helpful. There's a lot of content. But at the same time, if you have any questions, you can jump in community, ask not only the team, but everyone available in the community. So it has been a good experience. Well, because I am part of the mastermind program, I think what's most valuable to me is the ability to have one-on-one interactions with the sort of mentors in the group. As I mentioned before, there's a lot of content available to everybody that joins the program. Not everything that's in there is new or is breakthrough information. There's a lot of that information that's available out there in other places, but having everything in one place helps. What is the roadmap that you need to follow through to get your brand launched. But then if you do have questions along the way, being part of mastermind helps you to sort of jump in on a one-on-one and clarify that and make sure that's not a blocker or a bottleneck in your progress. I think it is getting the product from initial concept into an actual product, right? Because I'm not drop shipping, I'm essentially manufacturing the gummies. And so bringing that into a real product, I think, has been the biggest achievement so far. I'd like to be sitting here with you like in 6 months time and say that, biggest achievement has been like sold out, everything. But we still to do that. But yeah, having the product created from an initial concept, I think it's where we're at. If there's anyone that's considering if they should jump in, if they have like any concerns, as I said before, is this legit, is this valid? I think, just go for it, right? It's probably not for everybody because any entrepreneurship experience, you have to bring your own drive and dedication, right? And you have to make yourself available, and I've been guilty of sometimes not make myself available to dedicate into the program. But if you have all of those attributes, I think, just jump in, right? And the team will be here to support them. I've been considering e-commerce for a while now, and I think like I've always sort of, had these thoughts that, I'm not creative enough to come up with ads, or, I'm not creative enough to come up with a product. There's always like these blockers and barriers that I've been putting on myself. And I think a big part of being part of this community is that, the team help you shift the mindset, right? And in essence, it's, as I mentioned before, it's a roadmap, right? Like the path has been taken by multiple people before. And, as long as you're able to, have the mindset that you can do that and follow through the program, that's, I guess, one of the key wins from being part of the program. Finding success in the product that we're developing together with the team, right? It might be that's not this particular product that we're launching now, but, with the formula, the structure, the framework is there, and the support is also there, most importantly, right? So, what I'm most looking forward to is being able to launch a product and achieve that sort of financial independence, right? I think there's a lot of obstacles that we put on ourselves along the way, and as long as you push through and find a drive, success will eventually come. One thing that we've been discussing here is that a lot of people give up too early and don't trust the process. So I am in the early stages, of course, because we haven't launched the market yet. But I think once that happens, it is sort of sticking through the program, sticking through all of this sort of methodology that we've been learning until we get to that sort of success on the other end. I'm convinced now that success in e-commerce is following a path that has been done before, right? And the information and the support needed is here. Right, so a lot of people don't trust that they'll be able to do it. Yeah. So as long as they can sort of train themselves and shift the mindset that they are worth of doing it, they can do it, they have the drive to do it, you will find here like the support and information required to do it.